good, my people? It's your boy Terrence Carter, TC Talk, TC Fitness. Welcome back to Everlasting Awareness. As y'all can see, I'm in the gym. Definitely a well-needed workout. I just wanted to stop my workout right quick so I can make this video for the YouTube channel and stay consistent. Alright, so like usually when I work out, I get, my blood flowing. I get a lot of, information, and there be things that I be wanting to express to the people as if I was talking to you face to face, alright? But before I get more into the video, I have to show my gratitude. So of course, thank you to everybody that's been rocking out me on the YouTube platform, new supporters, returning supporters. Shout out to everybody retaining. Shout out to everybody, evolving spiritually, mentally, and all that good stuff. If you're new to the channel, you want to subscribe, you can. Watch the video through, give it a thumbs up, and leave some comments below, alright? But yeah, I want y'all to know this, right? For the working class in America, I want you to realize that you are not dumb. And the reason why I want to say this is because I feel like these corporations try to think that we're dumb, and like these people are like desperate, so we know that they need the money, so we gonna get them to give us their life, and in return we gonna give them a paycheck. But I want y'all to understand that you are a very, very powerful spiritual being having a 3D human experience, and we high-key live in a simulation, right? So their objective, meaning the corporations, is to get you to give them your life, right? And in return, we're gonna give you some money, right? We're gonna give you some money, but we want you to forget about your dreams. We want you to forget about your goals. We want all of the best hours that you have, right? From when you wake up to the middle of the day, then you go back home, you tired, you drained, you ain't got time for your kids, you ain't got time for yourself, you ain't got no time for your spouse, for your goals, for your dreams. We want to take all of your energy. So y'all gotta look at everything on a spiritual level, right? And this is why I tell y'all that jobs are energy harvest centers, right? Or you could look at it as concentration camps on a spiritual level. Because every day you're doing the same repetitive task and you're not learning anything new, you're not challenging yourself for real. You're making the same amount of money, because if you're salary, you're making the same amount of money. If you're an hourly wage person like myself, they're making the same amount of money every single day. And what these corporations are trying to do is they're going to put more work on you, right? And not up your pay. So I see a lot of people, they be asking me, saying, what's the solution? I tell you, the solution is, number one, figure out skills, go within yourself, figure out who you are. Leave the job title alone, because that's not who you are as a person, right? And the crazy part is, my fiance asked me this question the other day, a couple days ago. She asked me, I'll be honest with her, she told me, she said, I feel like you are getting more into the worldly things, but you don't know who you are, right? So I said, well, nobody truly knows who they are, because every day, like you getting to know yourself, you're discovering yourself. Now, of course, like I live in the world, but I don't want to be of the world. Like I don't, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to lose myself in the job and trying to chase the money and trying to do this and trying to people please and do, no. I want to be centered. I want to just be, And I said, I'm source energy. We all are source energy, right? But the job was to take from you and give you nothing in return. You understand what I'm saying? So don't think that you're dumb, because that's what they want you to think about yourself. You've already been programmed since school to be obedient, to listen to the rules, to listen to what the teacher's telling you, right? To raise your hand, and do all this extra stuff. It's all about obedience. It's all about control. It's never about freeing yourself from the mental shackles that schools and jobs and all this stuff put you through. You gotta free your mind. And it's very tough to try to free your mind when all you know is, I gotta work for money. When all you know is, I gotta go to school to get good grades so I could graduate and then go to college and get a degree, but that degree about to be useless because AI is here. We've all been indoctrinated in some way, shape, or form from the system. But it's really up to you to see that and to try your best to free yourself spiritually and mentally from the system. Start discovering things about yourself that you actually enjoy. You know? Start reading. Start teaching yourself new things. Start getting into the word if you want to. Start learning about the financial world because we live on a capitalistic planet. You're never going to be taught about money, right? That's not the school's job to teach you about money. Why? Because their job is to get you ready to go into the real world to work a job. That's their job. The teacher's job is to prepare you to go out there into the real world and fill out a job application and work this job for 30 or 40 years of your life so that we can keep the system going. It's never to teach you how to be free from the plantation. It's only to teach you how to be a slave. And the owners think that they could just, we got you! Because we know that you need this paycheck. You see, I've been seeing plenty of YouTube titles that saying that they want you dumb and broke. And I'm starting to see how true that is. They numb your mind with doom scrolling, TikTok, and Instagram, and Facebook, and fucking X, Twitter, whatever. Playing video games all day, and then you going to drinking, and you're going to smoking, and you're eating the bad foods, and you don't exercise, and you don't do nothing productive that's going to help your mind grow, your brain grow, nothing. It's just to dumb you out to society. So now we got a whole bunch of sheep walking around the planet. Not realizing that they've been indoctrinated from other people. But you got to really realize that the only person that's going to save you from this is yourself. Have the awareness. Because the awareness is the key. So once you learn to understand that a lot of the things that was taught to you in life was taught to you from other people, but a lot of it wasn't really the truth. Once you also start to realize that you know nothing, and you have to learn to tap in with your inner power, right? You learn that you are the source, you are the creator of your human experience, of your reality, and you don't have to just, strictly be tied to the job, W-2 system, trading time for money, over and over and over, and thinking that that's, like your purpose in life. Because honestly, it's not. We are honestly, we're honestly spiritual beings. Powerful spiritual beings having this 3D human experience, and we gotta remember how powerful we truly are. We have to come back to the source. The source has never been outside of yourself. It's always been within. But a lot of the times in this human experience, we keep looking outside of ourselves. So, for example, the jobs. We look for the jobs to take care of us, but the job, there's no such thing as job security, right? We look for that paycheck to keep the roof over your head, or to, keep food in your stomach, or to keep your car payment paid, and, your phone bill paid, and your car notice bill, and all that stuff. But what happens if the job goes away? What do you do? What happens if they decide to lay you off? What do you do? People need to start learning how to trust themselves again, and start leaning into learning how to think for yourself, because that's not what they want. When I say they, I mean the people that run this world. Because the power is really in us, it's in the people, but there's a lot of things that we don't control. So What happens if, you know, they decide to give you a raise, but the raise don't keep up with inflation? What are you gonna do? You gotta constantly be having things that you're working on every day. It's mandatory. Because you don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. None of us have a choice. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just remember who you are. Powerful spiritual being, having free human experience. Don't let the jobs try to play you. You're not dumb. You're not broke. You're not broken. It's a spiritual warfare. It's a spiritual battle. You gotta just take back your power. Alright? Because it's vitally important. And you gotta also retain your energy too. It's gonna benefit you. You know what I'm saying? So take life one day at a time. You know? And don't let these people play with you. Alright? Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you want to know, leave some comments below. I'll be back at it with some more videos for y'all.